All right. We're going to try this again. Just as soon as we end the highway. Nice. So, I'm not sure if anybody else is going to be able to join us here. Not even sure if this is going to be able to get out to anyone. We're still out here in the desert. And we're coming up on the Air Force Base. Edwin's back. Hey. Well, hopefully we won't have any more cutouts. I'm sure we will, but hopefully not as many. They're back. And we're going to see if we can keep this going. California City, right turn. We're not going that way. We got affordable homes. Only $140,000. Well, right now, it's kind of, it said I had full bars, so, and we're getting close to Mojave, so I'm hoping that there's more coverage. Nice, what was that, Class A ahead of us here. You find once you own a motorhome that you start paying a lot more attention to motorhomes. Trying to figure out what other RVs people are driving. Oh, Georgetown, those are nice. Expensive, but nice. Got
Everybody
the
says
Triton V10 on it.
glad we're back, hoping for better cell coverage.
You and us both. Say hi, everyone.
Hi!
Just got a phone call from the bear, the Mad Bad Bear, the oldest boy. He's with his mom and grandma up in the San Francisco Bay Area. Apparently he got food poisoning last night and was really sick. So he's laying in bed, taking it easy. He might even be watching the stream here. So sure wish he was with us. What was the best place? No, she said it wasn't the best place to stop. Then we could pull over for another like 10 miles. So anyway, the I can never. Do you know what the name of that little town is? Is it a town even? That little intersection back
I
there?
don't know what it is. I almost want to say it's like when it's not really a town, but it's just business.
Incorporated.
Yeah. Like
Unincorporated township. And just, yeah. Anyway, but Mojave is going to be off to the left. You kind of bypass it here. You don't actually go through town. I would take you through town, but there's nothing to see. So.
California City.
Oh,
we're in it.
Did you see what the population was?
No.
I think it said like 123. Apparently, this is someone's city limits. California City.
Steve is saying hello from San Mateo. Gaining
Oh,
Jungle
San Mateo.
said his wife said to tell you hi there. Chris said wives are always right.
That's
Chris,
true.
I have to say,
True story.
you're my favorite.
And when they're wrong, you just don't tell them.
That's right, because we're never wrong. We're always right.
The San Mateo, I love San Mateo. They have a great bridge there.
Yes.
I used to drive across that bridge almost every day. Hello.
Bella says hello.
She's
saying hi. She's peeking around.
Hold on. Let's give you a view back in here. Here we go.
You say hi, Bella?
Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
There's our little snout right there.
Snout.
Hello.
Oh, so not in the ear. Ugh.
She wants to love you.
Yeah, that's always great. You're driving down the road and you get licked on the ear. And not by the wife.
I was going to say, and not by the wife.
There we go. All right.
Somebody said it sounds like a blink town. You blink and you miss it.
Yeah, it definitely is.
That's right. It was like gas station, gas station, gas station, roadside pottery.
Yeah, there's a roadside pottery place there. I don't get that.
Eugene says the dog is the best looking one.
Nice. That's probably true. Oh, hello, CHB on the side of the road.
Yep.
Hope he's okay. Because you know when CHP breaks down, lots of people stop in to help them.
Yeah. Not so much.
Jeez. On these drives, man, you see these mountains up ahead, and you're like, oh, we're almost there, and it's like an hour later, you're like, we're almost there.
Oh, and we're about to go into the land of windmills.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the windmills.
I did too. Is this the one with the well things too, or is that a different?
No, that's down near LA.
Okay.
People are always stunned to see how much oil drilling there is going in LA.
Craig says, Heidi ho, Redbeard. PJ 2005 Kentucky says California City shows a population of 13,972.
Oh, there you go. I don't know where they are.
Yeah. And Chris, we are on our way to Newman, California, to our storage facility. We have our stuff there, and so we're trying to sort through it, and
We're going to give some stuff away, we're going to try and sell some stuff, and then we're going to try and bring the rest home.
exactly.
Let's see here.
Somebody asks, are they snowbirds driving those RVs?
I didn't even look at the plates. There's a lot of RVers in California.
Yeah.
It's not people who live in the big cities, but if you live anywhere in the rural townships, not even rural, just anywhere outside of the urban centers, it seems like everyone either has a camper or an RV or a trailer or something. Yeah. You know, you can kind of call us snowbirds. We don't go to Montana except in the summer, but we kind of.
Craig was asking, have you heard anything about the Harbor Freight HVLP spray gun kit?
Yeah, I've heard that it's pretty decent, especially for the price. I also heard that it's going to be one of the next items that they retool. That they come up with. They're coming out with a whole new system with under one of these new brand names and stuff. I don't know if it's going to be under the Merlin name like a lot of the other air stuff is, but I did hear that they've got new stuff coming out. Temperature here is 52.
Alan Jensen says, shine on from Seattle.
Shine on. I wish I had an altimeter. Let me know.
Yeah, our old car.
Yeah. Which one was that had the altimeter? Was that the
That was the SUV, the Kia.
Kia Sorento?
Yeah. Stephen Lee says, hello there from Pittsburgh, PA, having dinner, loving your live stream. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Oh,
What's Happy New Year?
Chris is in Bonnie, Old England, Bradford, West Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Oh, I've always wanted to go to West Yorkshire. I don't think I've ever been to England. We have flew through London once.
I have not been to England.
So, did we already pass the Air Force Base? We
I'm
must
guessing.
have.
What's that?
Oh, nope, there it is up ahead.
I'm like, with all the planes.
Yeah, it was behind my rear view. For those of you, I don't know who were here for the last one, I was talking about there is a training facility out here for pilots to train on commercial airlines. This is like, and usually, at least this is what I was told, was for a lot of the people coming up from smaller jets to bigger jets, that they send them over here to do some intensive training and to get some hours. And it's right, I don't know if you guys can see it here, it's right over there. Nope, as soon as we turn. It's like ready at high speed. Nice. Just hold the phone right up in front. Have your friend blow on you. Alright. So as soon as we come around this bend, you're going to see a bunch of airplanes parked. I don't know. Look around. Do you guys look? Hey, kids. You guys see any planes in the air?
No.
Probably taking the holiday. That didn't sound right. Yeah, I thought about that after I said it. So that complex straight ahead to the left of that building, that is the flight training center. If you look under the bridge there, you can see the tails of all the planes.
Yeah.
And we're going to be coming up on it here in about a minute. And usually when you drive through here, any other day of the week, there'll be at least one 737 or something circling, doing touch and goes and stuff like that. But they have everything up to 747s, I believe.
They're talking about the fires. Somebody was saying they're glad that there's any California left.
Yeah, tell me about it. Let me tilt the phone there. Not sure if you guys can see it, but there's the airport over there. I got some big old hangars.
Napa FedEx ground looks like miles and miles of nothing but miles.
Yeah. All right. Let me take the.
Somebody asked if your washing machine is still working from the last major teardown and repair.
It is.
I used it this morning. Twice.
Yeah. Anyway, that's.
They're asking how many miles we're driving today.
I have no idea.
As many as it takes.
It's, if you could Google it, it's Las Vegas to Newman, California. Not sure how many miles that is. I know that we left this morning at 8 o'clock. We had to stop, get the trailer from the storage unit, and head out of town. We've had 2 or 3 stops since then. We got 67,000 miles on the truck. Yep.
Yes, that is Mrs. Bear in the truck.
Yeah, she's reading the comments for me, so I try to keep my eyes on the road.
Considering I lack slightly in the directional abilities, if I can read, that's helping.
We're passing Mojave, California, about to head up the pass to Tehachapi. And this is kind of a famous area for people who are into trains, because the train line here actually has to do a loop to reduce speed on the other side.
Chris, I think, just looked up the mileage. He said it's like longer than England.
Is it really?
I don't know.
I wouldn't think so, but
Maybe he's making
I haven't
a
driven
reference to
England
something
lately,
else.
so.
Oh, it says teammates 1989. Welcome back. Love the Bear family. You have a friend in Sacktown.
Sacramento.
We have family there too.
Yep. Her mom lives in Sacramento.
Do you still have the Hercules saw? How is it holding up?
It's holding up great. It thing's a beast. It's just nothing. I don't think you can do anything to hurt that thing.
Yes, Michael, thank you. He told you to move over and pass the slow truck.
No, yeah. And I'm not going that fast. I thought I had my cruise control on. There we go. Let's see here.
There's discussion about New Smyrna.
Smyrna.
Vegas Mark 725 said I think he's also the same
Fresno.
person who said that he drove from California to Vegas when he moved, and ever since then he just flies.
I can see that. You know, there's actually some nice areas of Fresno. I give it a bad rap. That's probably because I spend a lot of time in the bad areas, but there's actually some pretty nice sections of that town. Played a poker tournament there once.
Wheel Row, New Smyrna, Florida.
Oh, wow. I haven't
Chris-
done that way in a long time.
Chris said his wife bought him the Makita 36 volt. It's big, but it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Michael's concerned that you're missing the 25% off deals at Harbor Freight.
Don't worry, we're stopping in Bakersfield.
Matthew said Bear for president.
Yay! If you care, vote Bear. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. What?
Fat Finger 74 said, "Are we there yet?"
I'm done with you guys. Don't want to hear that again. I'll make you play the silent game in the back. But anyway, the channels we're setting up is, I mentioned before, I'm doing a weight loss channel. That one's going to be Geek Health. The finance channel is Market Gray, and then I'm going to be contributing at least once a week to the politics channel, and that's Red Bear for President, or Red Da Bear for President. I tried to have them all in one channel, and it was just too confusing, and the different audiences. The mix was not good.
Michael says, "Make America Bear again." I believe I said that yesterday. Stephen Lee says, "Thank you for the stream. He loves the view and has never been to the West Coast."
Oh, that's too bad. You got to come at least once.
Where are you?
Especially the Vegas area, because you can get to the Grand Canyon, you can get to Zion, you can get to Monument Valley, you can drive down to Southern California. It's a great place to use as a base. When we were renting our RV, we get lots of people who come in and do just that. They rent the RV, drive to Zion, drive to the Monuments National Park, drive to the crater, the big crater in Arizona, the Grand Canyon, maybe go down to Joshua Tree. So, but I will say, if you can go to Northern California, go up to Tahoe. Tahoe is one of my favorite places on earth. It's a beautiful, deep blue lake up in the mountains. Nothing like it.
Kids find the cows. Vegas Mark 725 said, "I can never picture myself being back east at this time of year, snow shoveling year after year."
Oh.
So you must not be from California. You must have just moved there.
The wife, Mrs. is from Berkeley. She's from California, but she spent part of her time growing up living in Livingston, Montana. That's where her dad lived. I grew up mostly in Iowa and Nebraska, and I played hockey since I was 7. I shoveled sidewalks and driveways to make money. I grew up in and around snow, and I moved out to the West Coast in 2000. So I've been out here for 18 years now.
Oh, Barn Sharks. Hi from Livingston, the rusty truck.
Oh, yeah.
Livingston, Montana?
Get around this guy here. Oh, my ears just popped. We're climbing now. We're going up, headed up into the pass. We got 16 miles to Tehachapi, which if you come this way is a great little town to stop at. There's a great little toy store / model train store there.
Oh, yeah, super fun.
Real nice folk. The Holiday Inn Express is a nice place to stop if you're going to stop in the area. Did he respond if he's from Livingston, Montana?
It says AKA Asa. I wonder if it's what I went to schools. Vegas Mark 725 said, "Originally from California until high school, moved to Vegas in 05. Barn Sharks, glad that you're with us all the way from Livingston.
Park Street.
Oh, Park
Did I see
Street.
Park Street?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, we wish we could spend more time in Livingston, but the kids are enrolled in school down here. I got family down here, so
I'm trying to work on him.
yeah, she doesn't remember what it's like to be an adult and living in the snow and worry about your car starting, your pipes cracking, your roof ripping open, all that fun stuff.
You mean the adventures in life?
Yeah, the adventures.
Stephen Lee's in Pittsburgh, PA. It's wet and cold, and the weather is a mess.
You know what town I lived in, winter was the worst, was Indianapolis, Indiana. It's a nice town, but it's far enough south that it doesn't really snow, but it gets cold. So it would rain during the day and then freeze at night. And you just had black ice everywhere. And the chill would get into your bones because everything's wet and then it freezes. Just miserable. And it's constantly gray.
Wow, Gaining Jungle just moved from Guadalajara, Mexico to Rancho Cucamonga. We'll never go back.
Guadalajara.
Chris says
I don't
we
think
have
I've ever
those
been to Guadalajara.
adventures every year.
Yeah, that's fast. I love Mexico. I've been all through Quintana Roo and down the Yucatan area, and then all over Baja and the Sonora Desert area. I haven't made it down along the Pacific coast. That's one of the adventures I want to do at some point.
John says it's cold and raining here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City. You know, I saw my first pro baseball game there. I saw the Royals. I don't remember who they played, but I remember watching the Royals play. The grass so green.
Matthew wants to know if you've ever been to New York.
Oh yeah.
Is that a CHP snack?
No, that's a truck puller. So my stepfather worked in pharmaceuticals, and I always joke that if you work in pharmaceuticals long enough, you end up living in New Jersey. It's where they all seem to be based. So they were in Somerville, about an hour or so outside of New York. So every time I'd go to visit, once or twice a year, you'd have to go into New York. I mean, if you're going to get that close, you have to go into the city. And the missus, she came with me one time. Right, we got married right before they moved to Vegas, because that's where they live now. And so I promised to take her into the city. It was right after Christmas. We went into the city, and it had the biggest snowstorm they'd had on record, and shut the whole city down. We pretty much spent the entire time just in the block area around our hotel, going to some of the bars and the restaurant and stuff, and trying not to get killed by buses sliding down the roads.
Or the rickshaw ride from.
It was definitely an adventure, and it was beautiful, but and it was a great time. But I just feel bad that she didn't get to see more of the city.
It was awesome. It was a great trip, and I wouldn't change it. I would go back and do a different trip. I have a question. Hey, Mrs. Redbeard, can you please ask Mr. Redbeard what he thinks about gutter caps?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I want to like them, but I've never seen them implemented in a way that I thought really worked. I've seen screens. I've seen the ones that look like mini blinds. I've seen there's one that's just looks kind of like Swiss cheese kind of thing. And inevitably, and maybe it's just the places where I've seen them, where you've got big, heavy, wet leaves, they end up just plastering themselves, and the water just ends up sheeting over them and going off. I think your best bet, if you want easy maintenance, is to buy one of those gutter robots, or one of those wands that go on your hose that have a hook on the end. You can just walk by and spray out. Of course, if you're 20, 30 feet up in the air, that's kind of hard, but
Craig offered a solution to cut the trees down.
we're going to be doing that more in Montana. The trees around the house have gotten really mature, and now it's gotten to the point where every trip we cut down another tree. So I'm going to be taking down at least 2 trees this next trip. Not looking forward to that, because they give some nice greenery and foliage, but they're too unstable, and they're digging into things at this point. Wow, this road is rough.
Yeah.
I'm stunned there's no snow. I thought for sure we'd have, a couple inches of snow here, considering we had snow on the pass coming out of Vegas.
Right there.
You see some?
Right there.
I don't know if that was snow.
No.
Excuse me.
Vegas Mark 725 says, what part of Vegas Metro Valley are you guys from? I live near Aliente, a mile and a half south.
We're in West Summerlin. I'm pretty much as
Oh.
West Summerlin as you can get.
Sorry, PJ, 2005 Kentucky, about making your car sick.
Don't read in the car. I keep telling you that.
Chris
Really-
in England, it says 2 degrees.
it's
is
2
that-
degrees in England?
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Oh, that's a good question. And it's 9:30 p.m.
p.m. I was just so surprised that we had snow when we were leaving today.
Boy, there was a lot of snow there for a while. For Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed. I was hoping to see more snow. Somebody asked, there's snow up on that mountain. That's way up there. Somebody asked if we missed the snow. I saw that at some point. And I would say that I do. I miss the snow terribly. I love seeing the snow and everything else.
See, proof.
I don't like being responsible in the snow. I don't like having to go to work in the snow, or take the kids to school in the snow, or shovel the sidewalk, or worry about the pipes freezing, trying to get into my car, and if it's going to tear open the rubber gaskets when I open the trunk and all that kind of stuff. So I miss this, and that's what I liked about San Francisco is in 3 hours you could drive up to Tahoe and be at some of the best, mountains and snow and ski resorts. I mean, world's premier ski resorts in Tahoe, and then 3 hours later be back down at the ocean.
So Chris got back to us. It is Celsius, which means it's about a little under 36 degrees.
Oh, jeez.
Edwin says, snow is best. Watching it on Facebook from Florida. Vegas Mark said, I remember Vegas in 2008, snow year, palm trees with snow.
Oh, wow, yeah. We're getting snow around Vegas. The other day, somebody commented it was snowing in Vegas, but it was super, super light flurries up near Red Rock. So, not a whole lot of snow.
John says that he's moving to Florida. All he needs is a Harbor Freight, Home Depot, and a grocery store, and he's happy.
Piggly Wiggly's down there, right?
Okay, I want a picture of a current Piggly Wiggly. If somebody is near one, I would love to have a picture of a current Piggly Wiggly store.
Okay. Why?
Because
You're an odd duck.
I am.
Tehachapi, next 3 exits. Fortunately, we're not stopping.
If you guys have not gone online and looked up Tehachapi, if you see some aerial photos of it, it's really cool with the train and the...
Usually this time of year, there's a light, all the mountains are at it, have snow if there's not snow on the ground actually in Tehachapi.
Okay.
45 degrees.
Wheelrow. There, I got the DeWalt miter saw with freestand, $349 plus Depot knock 10% off, out the door $315.
Which saw was it? Is it the one with the drop shadow or the one with the laser? And the miter saw stand, does it have the extending wings, or is it one without the wings?
He hasn't got back to us yet.
There's a sailboat over there, just sitting there. You can store. I don't think they want it. I think we should take it. I have a soft spot for sailboats, if you can't tell.
Garfield Cat says that they have a Piggly Wiggly up here in Wisconsin.
Do they really? In Wisconsin? Wow. The missus was in Wisconsin a couple years ago. She fell in love with it.
I did. Almost didn't come home. Wouldn't it be easier for you to have taken the 95 to the 6 to the 120?
The 95 to the 6 to the 120. I have no idea what that is.
The 95.
Wait, is that the one that goes up to Reno? No.
I don't know.
The 90. Which one's the 95?
The 95, like in Vegas. You could do the 215 or the 95. So they're saying 95.
Yeah, doesn't that go towards Reno?
I don't know. You're asking the
Yeah,
direction.
it does. It goes
Okay.
the one that goes north, right?
I think so.
And then cut across the mountains. Ooh, do you know how much snow there would be up there? We're pulling a trailer. That's slow going that way. If you go, you either go 95 up and then go cut across through the mountains like near Bishop, or you go all the way up to Reno and come across. In Reno, we'd have to go too far, then you're doubling back down another 2 hours from Sacramento south to Newman. And going through Bishop, we did that one time in the summer. It's gorgeous. It's an absolutely beautiful drive. The missus will get car sick and beat me up.
Oh, yes.
And
I do not do windy roads.
but it's because it's so windy, it's way slower.
A. Martin said, I've been to Tehachapi. I'd rather watch a train crawl up the Bozeman Pass. That's true. That's a very interesting pass. And with those trains and the wind, they might just blow right off of the track.
Right over.
Ben Shark says, love the content. Would love to meet up one day. Not much for social media. Don't forget to check out the YouTube video of yours. Of his.
I will. And anybody who's got a channel, send me an email, red@red-beard. I tried adding stuff into videos, and I have problems with trying to figure out how to get it all working seamlessly. I'm not the best editor, if you might have noticed. But I do like to post stuff like that on the community section of the channel. It's kind of like the Facebook inside of YouTube section. So if you've got a channel or a small business, send me an email and I'll post a link to it. I always like to help anybody else out.
Fatfinger74, that leaf has been hanging on for a long time. And we can turn on the windshield wipers, but it's not going to get rid of it. There's a leaf.
Oh, there's a leaf. Hold on.
It was infuriating me before. It's just going to stay there.
Oh, is this guy okay? Yeah, he's all right. We're now starting down into the Central Valley, so.
Pat says, darn, we aren't there yet. Come on, Dad, drive faster. Camille said, only the bear could pull this off while driving.
Well, I got help. It'd be impossible for me to read all these comments. Oh, there go the ears again.
Yeah. Fatfinger74, I know. It's a very annoying leaf that I can't see because there's a hat there right now. Otherwise, it would be driving me crazy. Aw. Toolhead174 said, it's the lucky leaf.
The lucky leaf. Yeah, we've got a tree right in front of our house, and it drops debris on us all the time. Why are we doing 60?
They're new to driving.
Oh. They're probably from California.
We are in California.
Oh, don't remind me.
PJ 2005 Kentucky said cheese curds. I believe that was about Wisconsin.
Oh, the wife loves cheese curds. And 5% next 2 miles.
Aww. Stephen Lee said, I propose a DeBear for President Regional Conference. That would bring all of us bears together.
I would love to do that. In fact, what I'd really like to do is if I could get some tool companies to bring in some stuff, set it up, and do like a mini conference where people could actually, rather than just walking around looking at stuff, actually, like, hey, let's try cutting this and let's take a look. Like, we're gonna spend 2 hours working on the table saws, and we're gonna spend 2 hours working on the miter saws, and everyone can be there and chime in, and we can all talk about it and stuff. Kind of a group think kind of session.
That's cool. Willow said, no laser on miter, but yes, wings and wheel cart stand.
No laser. Does it have the drop shadow? I didn't know, unless it's the way less expensive one. But still, $315 for a sliding miter saw and a stand is a nice deal.
PJ 2005 Kentucky said, Bear, you tell folks you took a trip with 60 of your friends.
We should have taken the Suburban. If we still had the Suburban. That was a great trip. But man, it ate tires.
Gorman, Tehachapi, throw me a bone. I am in Florida. We just went through Tehachapi.
I was trying to figure out something to tell them that it's like in Florida, but I don't think they have any hills in Florida. It's kind of like the Matterhorn. That's it. Is there a Matterhorn at Disneyland?
Yes.
Or Disney World?
Or Disneyland. I don't know.
Disneyland there is. I don't know if there is one at Disney World.
Chris said, wow, my 215, my saw was 790 pounds with no stand.
Sounds pretty heavy. Bear puns. Yeah, but you guys get all the good table saws. In Europe, they all have these everyone has these high-end table saws with sliding tables and everything else. They're beautiful. They're expensive. They're beautiful. And you get all the combo tools, like the combo planer joiners and stuff. You don't see those here.
Apparently,
Jet makes one, but that's about it.
North Florida has big hills.
Big hills? Big. Sorry, I choked on something there. I love Florida. I won't say I lived there, but I had an extended stay in Fort Lauderdale one summer, and I thought I was going to stay longer, but I was 19 or something, and that didn't work out. But anyway, in fact, I love the Gulf Coast more around. Was it Naples? I wouldn't mind, having a house on one of the canals, and a boat behind there. That could be doable.
Dong Army Strangler says, are you trying a runaway truck ramp for giggles?
I'll tell you what, for anybody who's been on the 5 coming out of LA going up the Grapevine, on the other side of the Grapevine coming down in the Central Valley, that is a big, long, steep run. And right in the middle, they split the highway, and right in the middle, towards the bottom, on the north side of the Grapevine, there is a truck ramp that looks for all the world like a ski jump. Like the world's most epic ski jump. And it tempts, it tempts you. You look at it, you're like, oh, I can do it. It'd totally be like, Starsky and Hutch or something.
Here, hold my beer.
Hold my beer. That one. Anyway. We're getting some speed here.
Yeah.
And it's getting froggy out.
We in Pennsylvania have the Laurel Mountains. The mountain you're going down looks similar. What is the altitude? We don't know because we don't have an altimeter now.
I'm guessing it's around 4,500. Well, guess. I had tried to keep an eye out for altimeter signs, but I didn't see any. I should have paid attention to the pass back there.
Chris says we don't have the cheek for the data plates here. I can't understand why.
I heard that before. I didn't understand it. It's one of those safety things. That's a pain. There's a helicopter down there, guys.
Kiddos, do you see him out the window? Over on mommy's side?
Yeah.
The helicopter.
Is that fire rescue or Kern County?
It's Kern County, so it's probably a municipal.
So, I forgot this was Kern County. So, that's one of the other things. A lot of people who think that California is all a bunch of liberals and stuff. Any place other than the big city areas, and actually Sacramento allows it also, is practically a shall issue county. California, they break it up by county and let the sheriffs decide how they're going to issue. And in fact, I would say most of the sheriffs in California have converted to a shall issue policy. And Kern County has the highest issuance of CCWs anywhere in the state. Also one of the lowest crime rates, oddly enough. Free fruit with gas. Usually it's the other way around.
Oh, it just says free samples. Haha, you have to read the fine print. Apparently there's a large discussion about whether or not living in Florida too long will turn you evil.
Well, you know what they say, the closer you get to sea level. I don't know. I just wanted to live in Florida and be able to like sail over to the Bahamas for the weekend.
You and boats.
Me and boats. I like boats because they're like me. We both float.
And I just want a big truck, so.
Yeah, she's got a huge truck thing. It was like I thought I'd have a hard time convincing her I wanted to buy a pickup truck. And she's like, "Is it for me?" Well, not really, but I think if she could, she'd drive a semi.
Yes. Yes, I would.
In fact, that's what she asked for Christmas. Was she wanted truck driving lessons?
My goal is to be able to drive anything. Like any kind of vehicle, big or small, I'd like to be able to drive it.
Okay, you say that, but now confess.
What?
You don't know how to drive a stick.
Okay, don't know how to drive a stick is a little bit inaccurate.
Okay, cannot drive one. It's like my fluency with French.
I have not driven one in about 20 years. Okay, how old am I? Okay, 15 years.
72.
Whatever, 105. I still want to be able to drive anything I want at any time. California policies scare me.
Policies?
Yes, their government is way too progressive communist.
Yes, and they're getting worse. And the fact that one of the leading anti-gun people was caught for, trafficking in guns,
Illegally.
swayed them not one bit from that path. They, they say California is the test case for, these liberal policies, and they're running businesses out. Sorry, I don't want to turn this. I'm going to get into a political rant. This isn't the politics channel. I'm saving that for the other one, but it's, it's very, I will say this, it's very anti-small business. They have a lot of policies. One of the things that killed us was that we were forced to treat programmers as salaried hourly employees, where we had to pay them overtime and they had to take breaks every 15 minutes and stuff. And the big companies like Adobe and Microsoft stuff, I mean, they were under the same ruling. They just chose not to, and they had enough lawyers that they could hold off California's, and to the point where the people who enforced that never went after them, and they'd only go after the small fry like us because they could make news headlines, and it started pricing us out of the market. So
Chris commented that it's crazy that he's making a cup of tea in his kitchen while we're on a road trip and he's at the other side of the world.
I could go for a cup of tea right now.
I could too.
A nice Earl Grey.
Dong Army Strangler wants to know, he says, excuse my intrusion, but are you Harry? There's been pictures of you.
I don't know. What do you think?
You have fur.
I shaved the head recently. I try to keep it shaved. It gets a little unruly. I have a fine level of fur.
Gas in Florida is under $2.
Wow.
What is it in California?
Take out a mortgage.
Yeah. A small loan. We will try to get prices that are actually, you know what, I have a receipt.
I can tell you that this summer near, what was it? Yosemite, which is a very touristy area, it was over $5.
I don't know what it was. I would say it was probably $3.70 something, but I'll have to double check.
What are they doing? Oh, they were selling oranges. I'm guessing today's not the best day for that. 15 miles Edison, I bet we'll see a gas station. I'll let you know what the gas prices are.
Chris says the kettle is on high, Bella.
I give her
I
another.
was wondering if someone's touched me or if that was a nose.
Yoda Doug's Tool Collecting channel says Pup is taking over the kid's seat. He doesn't like looking at the back of your head.
No, she doesn't. She wants to be in the RV. She would ride on the transmission hump. It's called the doghouse, and we thought it was funny. We call her Dash Dog because she would stand there. She wouldn't lay down. She would stand there like a pointer, staring out the window, and she would do it for hours. It was her favorite place to be.
Stephen Lee says gas in Pittsburgh is $2.85. John.
Hold on, and this is the hills on the very edge of the set out of the mountains now.
John says gas is $1.78 in Kansas City.
178. We should drive to KC to get gas.
Edwin James says $1.96, but I don't know where he is. Gas in Alabama is $1.88. Springfield, Illinois, it's $1.95.
About that. Going through a little bit of a pass. Hopefully you're catching up.
Is it raining?
Nope. We got hill cows. That's our oldest boy always calls the cows just walking along the hills here. Stream is good. Good. Glad to hear it. Alright. Just checking the trailer. It's still... We get some pretty bad winds up here. I don't know if you guys can see way off into the distance because it's kind of foggy out there, but that is the San Joaquin Valley. And it stretches like that for 500-600 miles.
Aww. 145 in Phoenix at Costco. MC Tech says New Year's resolution is to move from California.
Oh, Carson City's beautiful. I love Carson.
I'm gonna try really hard not to knock the screen down.
Gotta plug in the phone. It's dying on us.
Okay.
There we go. We got some juice now.
Yeah.
sits his butt on the armrest with his legs in the seat, sitting like a person. Sounds like Bella. She thinks that she's a person.
Yeah.
Chris Murphy said gas is $2.99 in Modesto.
That's not too bad for California.
Wheel Rose said, Steven, remember I'm going live later for another fireside chat. It's beautiful in California. Someone asked if all of this is smog.
No. The smog pretty much stays in the LA basin. I can tell you, I like LA but the smog, when it's in and it's bad, it's like living in someone's basement with a drop ceiling. Because you can go all week and it's just this solid cloud layer right above your head, and it's oppressive.
A. Martin says $2.39 in Montana. And
There we go. Fuel, food, next exit.
Edwin James, thanks for reminding folks to chomp the like button.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see gas prices from here. It doesn't look like they advertise it.
And the missus forgot her glasses, so the world's a little not
She
in
could be
focus.
misreading a bunch of these texts, is what
Yeah.
she's saying.
Yes, if I say your name wrong or completely miss it, I apologize.
Yeah, I don't see the gas prices out.
I don't either. I'm looking though.
It's a big fifth wheel.
It is. It looks like they have a pretend sledding thing. It's like when you do sack races at the fair and they have those slides.
Alpine slides.
Yes. So they had that. Oh wow, there's oranges growing in that orchard right there next
It's
to us.
California.
I know.
We lived surrounded by orange. Most of them were apricots. Sandpoint, Idaho. You know what? We've had a lot of friends move to southern Idaho, and I gotta say, the wife likes Boise a lot, and it's a cute town.
Picatello?
Oh yeah, but I really liked southeastern Idaho, specifically Lava Hot Springs. I love that place.
Oh, it's so much fun. I also like
Again, water, right?
I also like when we went on that ride. Technically, since it's all we were all on the same team thing.
Do you mean
When we
went
flew
zip
down the river.
lining
No,
or
we
when
flew.
you were on the river?
When we were on the river, I
Ah.
like that.
Did
Was
you like doing
Lava
that?
Hot Springs?
Yep.
Um,
If you ever get a chance to go to Lava Hot Springs, any of you,
yeah.
do it. It's a tourist trap of the highest order, but it's a lot of fun. They're real nice.
It's really fun, but it gets really cold.
Yeah.
Oranges that taste like they should. Free samples.
John said, where in Montana? I just got back from Havre. I think maybe he was talking to A. Martin, who was saying that he's in Livingston, here for a bit, and then back to Sandpoint, Idaho.
We have a house in Livingston, in case you were asking us. That's where we spend most of our time. Back at the Walmart in Bozeman.
Landon Ashby said, wow, this is a long ride. Must be one heck of a New Year's party.
Yeah, storage unit party. Woo!
Only the cool people are doing it.
Yeah. If you need some free or cheap furniture, let us know.
Yes.
In your area.
Are we gonna bring
If you need file cabinets, boy, have we got file cabinets.
We've got amazing filing cabinets. Perhaps we'll post photos
Yeah.
later.
The missus worked for an online tech company in Berkeley from when you were, what, 16? 17?
I was 18
18?
or 19.
She worked 20 some years, I think, close to. Anyway, they went out of business, and when they shut down their offices, they gave away all the furniture. And being the pack rat, I mean,
Collector of treasures.
yeah, she
Treasures,
is.
I tell you.
We ended up with all of their filing cabinets, and these are like the legal style ones that the stuff goes where they have the cabinets open sideways, or they go like they look like kind of like bookshelves with the drawers slide out, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
The top one.
The top one opens up,
Yeah.
but the bottom 3 slide out, and they lock, so you can only open one at a time. They're pretty high-end cabinets, but we don't have any room for them, and I'm not going to pay for storage for them any longer.
Yep. Yoda Doug's tool collecting channel. Sorry, no free delivery.
Yeah.
And Stephen Lee was commenting that it's cool that just in the short time that you have been streaming that we've gone from desert to mountains to grassland.
Yep. Bad news. It's going to be grassland for the next 8 hours. It's not gonna take us that long to drive it, but we'll have to do a couple stops, probably have dinner along the way. So
Apparently, Chris said, "Hoarder," as my wife calls me. You're just a collector.
that's right. I'm a minimalist, except when it comes to tools and technology. Like, I won't throw away any cables or connectors or anything, because I know if I do, 6 months later, I'm gonna need them. And then I'll be like, I just threw that thing away. And it just drives me insane.
Your wife gives you the look like we should have saved it.
Yeah. I have the rule that if you haven't looked at it in the last year, it gets thrown away. She doesn't like that rule.
That's a good rule.
I have to wait for her to go on trips.
That's a good rule.
Yeah. Then she doesn't have any idea that it's gone. Why are you looking at me like that? Someone call 911. We got Subway pizza. Okay, we're coming into probably the least scenic town in America, Bakersfield, California. Remember how I said there's some nice areas of Fresno? If there are nice areas of Bakersfield, I don't know where they are. I've been through Bakersfield, 50 times. No clue where the nice part of town is. As far as I'm concerned, it's all brown. We should call it Brownsfield.
There's oranges.
Not yet. We're not in Bakersfield yet.
Pat,
You okay, Hound?
Yeah.
What was that?
she was making it. Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Is she getting car sick?
No.
She's just
Apparently it was the child instead of the dog.
I know it sounds a lot like funny.
You do sometimes. Come here, Hound. Yeah. She's a good girl. Ah, not in the ear. Ugh.
YouTuber Garage Flips, his storage unit got broken into last night. He sells on eBay, so his things
Oh,
on his
jeez.
storage unit.
I'm so sorry.
That's a bummer.
Oh, here's the oil derricks you're talking about. They're not derricks, pumps.
Yeah.
They're not running.
Stephen Lee says he keeps his rule is 20 years. If it
His
does
rules-
not get used in 20, then it goes.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
Chris said, "Car sick. Your car is the size of my house."
Yeah. And this isn't even the big one. I really want to get one of the 3500s with the super cab, so we can pull a decent sized trailer. See, like that one, there it goes right there.
Yep.
Just like that. Doesn't have to be flashy. I don't need the full leather interior or anything. Just need the space.
Yep.
Bigger than your Prius. Hey, for years I commuted in a two-door, what was that thing? Hyundai Accent hatchback. Oh, you didn't get in that. You put it on. Like a roller skate.
Eleanor's excited because even though it's overcast, she can see the moon.
I saw the moon behind the clouds.
Did you?
It's behind the clouds.
Well, I'm glad it's not in front of the clouds. That would be a problem.
Jesse Martin says their house is the size of his mom's basement.
Oh, jeez.
Chris said his friend has an F-150 Ford. It's awesome. Somebody else wants a Mini Cooper just for the gas mileage. Fun factor, not a Prius.
Prius are a lot of fun. You cannot until you've driven an electric or a hybrid, you don't understand the torque factor you get from those electric motors. They're just instant power. You press the button and you go. It's like driving a supersized, superpowered golf cart. Oh, there we
John
go.
says Ford Fiesta, compact but 40 miles to the gallon.
Yep.
Yodo Doug's tool collecting channel would like a Raptor F-150. Yodo
Those are
says,
so expensive, though. You're paying such a premium on that because it's got the Raptor tag on it.
You know what I want?
What do you want? A quad?
Yodo says, I love my F-150 quad crew cab. No. Yes, crew cab. Candy Jingle says, I drive 30 miles one way to work. New Ford Ranger.
Someone has one of the new Ford Rangers? Or they want
They
one of the
want
new
one.
Ford?
I think they want one. Somebody wants a Ram Rebel.
Yeah, the Rebel's almost the equivalent of like the Raptor. It's the high-end sport version of this. They got the cool little dual hood hood on there.
Wildo said, I got a cool golf cart.
Ooh, I like one of those four-wheel drive golf carts, the Bad Boy or whatever. That'd be nice for tooling around in Livingston.
Yeah. Chris says, we have a, I can't believe I'm going to say this, a Quashki Nissan? Q-U-A-S-H-Q-U-I. Quashki
I don't know
Nissan?
what that is. Is it a sedan, hatchback, minivan, pickup, SUV, hybrid, other thing? Sounds like a squash key.
Yeah.
Jeep Gladiator. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of those.
Okay, it's a thing.
What's that?
I'm looking up the Nissan car.
What was that? Was that rain? Hail? Because I'm hearing
Something.
something hit the car, but I'm not seeing anything on the windscreen.
Oh, well, it doesn't look.
It's a Nissan Rogue. It's a crossover.
Apparently, it's not what they call it in the UK.
They're cute little cars. You see them a lot in the Bay Area. They sit pretty high for their, or at least they look like they sit pretty high. The hood line on it's really high up.
Landon said they'd like a Jeep Gladiator, or maybe they're saying they have one.
I don't even think they're out yet. I think they just announced them at the LA Auto Show.
Ronald Smith wants the Australian Ford Ranger that comes with a diesel.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh, somebody else already said, for us Americans, it's a Nissan Rogue, like you said.
Yeah, there you go.
I know cars, except they have 4 wheels, except when they have 18 wheels, or they're dually. They have wheels.
I can tell some cars. You can tell Hondas, Teslas, Mustangs, Corvettes, Porsches, and then Lambos.
You're getting pretty
Yeah.
good.
Bear, how do you feel about the Consumer Reports rating the Ram 3500 as least reliable vehicle of 2018?
I haven't read it. I will be honest that the Chrysler products have a lot of small issues with them. As I said, the fit and finish on it I felt was not that great. But everything I've seen is like pretty small. Like there was a recall on the latch on the rear. What do you call it? The gate. But I mean, But for the price, for what you can get these for, I think we would have paid another $7,000 for an equivalent Ford. Now, as I said, I haven't read their report, so I don't know what qualifications they were using for reliability, which is interesting because you're talking about a 2018, so it hasn't been around all that long. You can really tell how reliable it is. Usually, Consumer Reports also is, they're fairly objective, but they can use some obscure qualifications. Also, a lot of people like to think, well, because they don't take advertising and stuff, that they're never biased, but that's not entirely true either. You got to figure out which writer is doing it, because the writers themselves are known to have some grudges against companies, especially if the company, like say for a couple of years, doesn't send them a product, then you're pretty sure that the next review you're going to get from them is negative.
Stop for a bathroom break at some point.
I used to work in public relations. I was the IT manager, but I got to hear a lot of stuff, and I got to, because we were a tech company, we did PR for tech companies. I was brought in as a subject matter expert on a lot of stuff, and I got to hear a lot of the back and forth between the publishers and companies, and that's where I got that information on Consumer Reports.
JG said, did you get a Prop 65 warning that California may give you cancer? Danny Jungle said,
They should just have that at the border.
yeah. They're asking if it's smog or clouds. I would say this is clouds.
Yeah, this is clouds. This is severe overcast and fog. You get a lot of fog in the Central Valley.
Fatfinger74 said, sorry for asking again, but are we there yet?
I'm going to put you in the backpack, right in the trailer.
We're not there
I
yet.
threaten the kids with that all the time. I'll put you in the back in the trailer. They're like, yay!
Yes.
That doesn't work.
No. Landon said the 97 Ram in my driveway. The drivetrain is impeccable. The rest of it, bring your dustpan, because that's how it's rusting.
Yeah. And I hear a lot of stuff about rust, but it's hard for me to comment considering that I live in an area that's pretty much rust free.
Yeah, no rust.
Getting baked at 120 degree heat, that's something entirely different. All right, time to head north.
There's a dually behind us.
Jealous much?
A little bit. It's not big enough, really.
Not really.
Somebody is asking, Landon Ashby was asking, how long is this ride?
It's 2 o'clock our time, so I'd say we have another 8 hours with stopping for bathroom breaks and dinner. We have about 6 hours from here.
Chris was saying the Nissan Rogue. Nice that you guys have all the best names for cars and trucks.
Yeah.
Steven said you're looking at Pittsburgh sky 250 days a year.
Really? Oh, jeez.
Danny Jungle says I don't like hot days or cold ones. Landon said, wow, that's one heck of a live stream.
Yeah, I'm not thinking we're going to get to go the whole way. We have an issue. I got a notification about 15 minutes ago that a data warning, and so we're probably good. If we do the whole thing, we probably exceed our data for the month. Then I'd have a really angry wife.
But we like taking you along when we can.
It's nice. This has been fun. Makes the miles fly by, that's for sure. Oh, hold on. I gotta ask this as a question. So, do you want to go up the 99? Actually, I'm gonna suggest this. It's gonna take a little longer if we go up the 99 and then cut over to what do you call it? Los Banos, rather than cutting over here and then going up the 5. Because if we do that, there's really not going to be anywhere to stop for dinner.
Well, we need to have dinner, so
Well, I mean, we wouldn't be able to stop for dinner until we got to Los Feliz. It's going to be a little bit late.
how far is that?
About 5 hours, 5.5 hours.
I'm trying to figure out how far it is.
I like driving the 99 because there's more to see. The 5 is just, I mean, if you're in a hurry, the 5 is definitely the way to go. But like, you know, when you're driving with kids and a dog, is that her?
Yeah.
I think somebody probably needs to take a break.
Yeah. It says we're 2.5 hours.
From where?
Los Banos.
Yeah, I'd believe that.
That's because we have to stop for bathroom breaks and everything else. It'll take longer.
All right. So is it urgent we stop now?
I need to go to the bathroom.
I know, that's what I'm asking if it's urgent.
Like in the next 15, 20 minutes. She's just licking. Somebody, JG was saying I-5 also has very traffic on it. England is 874 miles long.
Well,
Interesting
seems-
fact about my Jeep lately. I'll be driving down the road and I'll freak out because it'll say like 100.
oh, on the speedo?
Switched to kilometers.
On
I
the
don't know
digital
why
speedometer.
it does it, but it's scary when you think you're going 100 and you don't feel like you are.
Is she okay? She's not getting car sick, is she?
No, she's fine. No hounds being cart sick in the car. Ronald Smith has to say goodbye because it's time for dinner.
Enjoy your dinner.
Vegas to Modesto is 7.5 hours if you don't have children and don't stop.
Yeah.
55 passengers in Red's truck. Hope you all brought gas money. Touche, touche. Have a good dinner, Ronald. Edwin drove from Rhode Island to Florida nonstop. It took him 18 hours.
Oh, that's a
And
long drive.
Landon was asking, how do we like the Trailhawk?
Well, you're the one who drives it. You answer that.
I love it. My children eat snacks in it, so it needs to get vacuumed out. But it's great. I think it's great for the kids. Other than the weirdo thing where it keeps changing to kilometers, and that's probably user error. I probably did something,
You think?
maybe. Yeah. And it looks like, I think it's Kevin. No, Keith said
Is she scratching the
there's
door?
a nice pilot truck stop. No, she just laid down.
Oh,
Coming up a few miles from where you are. Right
Yes, there is.
side, Merced exit.
we've stopped there many a time. We've got a pilot cart, so
Yeah.
we stop a lot of the pilots.
Jonathan McDonald says they'll be right back. They have to go fix the sink. Hopefully it's
Oh, good
nothing
luck with that.
major. Oh, Lidis woke up. Time for food. All right, Chris.
We stop at the Harley dealership? It's right there.
No.
Fine.
Baba Ganoush, 1969, traveled from Long Beach, California to their hometown, Syracuse, New York. Long trip.
Oh, oof.
Gaining Jungle drove from LA to Arkansas. It took them 24 hours, only stopped for food and bathroom.
The longest single trip I've done, I think, was Indianapolis to San Francisco. And that was while driving the biggest U-Haul they had and towing a car trailer with a minivan on it. That was special. And with 2 cats in the minivan. We tried to have them up in the cab with us, but they kept trying to climb under my feet,
And
which
kill
made
you all.
braking challenging. You go to brake, you squish the cat would bite you.
Not a good plan.
Not a good plan.
I like hearing all these long trips, though. I love traveling.
I've done Cincinnati to Key West. I've done Indy to New York. Of course, we've done Vegas to...
Everywhere.
Oh, we did the Vegas to... Where'd we go? We went through Utah, through Denver, up into Cheyenne, then over to Scottsbluff, up through the Black Hills, into South Dakota, back into Montana, down through Idaho, back down to Vegas. That was a trip 2 years ago.
And then we did
Last year we went to...
Montana, Utah.
We went from here to Montana, then from Montana to Washington, eastern Washington,
Oh, right.
and back, and then back down here.
Don Mills said his longest trip was Toronto to LA.
That's a long trip.
Edwin is hoping to drive to Colorado for a couple weeks. That is a beautiful drive. Hopefully there's no construction like when we went.
I've done Des Moines to Phoenix a bunch.
Oh,
A
somebody
bunch of
just
different
did
routes.
Boston to Phoenix, 3 days.
Oh, 3 days.
Done that twice in the last couple of years. 3,000 miles exactly. Holy cow.
Kansas Jolt with washing down the no-dos. 3 days. Ouch. Well, they just tore down an orchard.
Aw. They're in the process.
I didn't realize this, but apparently fruit trees only last about 15 years before they stop giving up fruit abundantly enough to make it worth keeping them around, and they basically tear down the whole orchard and replant.
Oh my goodness. You are amazing. My leg would be killing me.
From driving?
Yeah.
Well, the cruise control helps.
I know. I always forget that until like the
I
7th
know.
hour of driving, and then I'm like, oh, right. That's why my leg is cramped
And
up. Virginia Beach every few years. Wilbur. We did Vegas to Baltimore last year in 3 days. Holy
Oh.
cow. Is that garlic?
It smells like it. That's wine over there, isn't it?
Grapes. Yeah, and I don't know what that is, but
Boy,
there's some, maybe it's this truck is transporting garlic.
so on the very south point of the San Francisco Bay is a little town called Gilroy, and it's the garlic capital of the U.S. They have a garlic festival. They serve you garlic ice cream. There's very few people who love garlic like I do, and I love garlic. But oh my gosh,
Wow.
driving through there at the wrong time of year, if you go by the processing plant, you will swear you got maced with garlic. It is bad. It smells really garlic
Yeah,
straight
it
out.
does. Toolhead 147 says, "What do you think about self-driving technology?"
I want spaghetti for dinner.
Okay.
So I am a huge self-driving proponent. And I know a lot of guys like to get their machismo on, like, I'd never drive self-driving car, blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously you don't commute for a living if you feel that way. As somebody who used to have to commute 2 hours each way, 4 days a week, and then on Fridays my commute was about 7 hours because of Bay Area traffic, people trying to get out to Tahoe and whatnot. Being able to just let the car take over would be a huge win. I would love to have a self-driving car, and I think it's only a matter of time. Insurance companies will be the ones pushing it with the new 5G networks that are coming out, the speed of the data rates and stuff. Fragments can react. You can say what you want about, big watching over you and stuff. But the fact of the matter is, it's coming, and you know, the missus, her mom is blind, and so she has to rely on her partner to get her to the store and stuff. And you know, being able to do stuff for yourself, you know, by yourself. Right now, there is, I don't know if it's Google. There's a self-driving cab company that's running test fleets in Phoenix, mostly running for people who are disabled and stuff, who can't drive themselves. And it's a huge, it's amazing what it does for them. But you know, the way I look at it, when people say I don't like self-driving technology, think if you had an RV with self-driving tech, and you could like go to sleep in the RV with your family and wake up the next morning parked in the parking lot at Disneyland, you know, or spend cross-country road trips, you know, talking and spending time with your family rather than you know, stuck at the wheel trying to eat up the miles while everyone else spends time talking and chatting and playing card games and whatnot. I think it would be a huge benefit. And it would also, you'd get there faster because cars could stack better and flow better on the highway than humans manage. And you'd actually end up getting places quicker than you do now.
AV-Lisk or AV-Lisk, Alice to Adelaide with no AC and a bus ain't fun either. Are we talking Australia? Because that would be really hot, depending, well, yeah.
The missus lived in Perth for 3 years or so.
And unfortunately, Jonathan is asking, can anyone recommend where I can get a cheap garbage disposal? I'm guessing the sink issues did not go well. I don't know anything about garbage disposals except that my husband
Sears Scratch and Dent Centers.
Wheelbro said never use cruise control in the rain.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good way to hydroplane.
Yeah. Wheelrow, problem is people will try to have their car drive them home from the bar and or take naps, etc. Have to be responsible.
Well, there's going to be a point soon where you won't need to have your hands on the wheel. They'll be that good. And you understand, I ran a sport company in Silicon Valley. I understand, and I had friends and customers at Google, and talked to the guys who did the self-driving car stuff. It's only a matter of time till they get to that point. I would much rather have them have their car drive them home than them try to do it themselves. All right, it's break time.
Yes. Jonathan, I'm hoping that your little brother's hamster didn't get stuck in the sink.
Oh, geez.
Not really sure. A lot of people are concerned about self-driving cars. Someone said, I don't trust humans to drive. I don't trust them either.
Yeah, I've lived in the Bay Area. I've seen what humans can do.
It looks like somebody, Wheelrow's responding about, do you need help? What's wrong? I think with the sink is what they're asking. Somebody was asking if you were stopping. They said that they'll take steak and eggs. Somebody said, are we going to Denny's? I'm not actually sure where we're parked right now.
We're at a fly.
We did not take a wrong turn. We're stopping so that I don't float away. Wow, they're saying kids born today will never drive, only ride in self-driving cars.
I don't know. They'll never get to the point where cars are always self-driving. There's too many small roads, back roads and stuff where the car just, the lines, edge of the road is too, it's too hard for it to interpret. And unless they retrofit roads, like say laying wires down the middle of the road and stuff, which they can do, but will take time to do, you'll never get to that point. Go on.
Somebody was saying that you don't go to Denny's, you end up at Denny's.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think the dog really needs to go.
Okay, there you go.
You guys, you take him. I'm gonna stay here. Why don't you take your phone with you? I need my phone now.
Whatever, you're all fancy.
I know, I'm fancy schmancy.
Careful, guys, when you get out. Where should I take them?
Where's the leash? There's ground right over there.
Okay. Where's the leash?
I was asking Elle if she had it.
I have it right here. Can I take it
Griff,
around?
can you get... No. Mom's gonna take her.
There we go. We'll switch you guys back. Here. Hold on, Belle.
Mommy, I'm gonna
Side of hash browns. That sounds good.
Elle, don't connect her up. Don't.
Okay.
Because she will drag you out of the car.
But Mom has her.
Yeah.
So that we.
Okay. Go on. There we go.
Outside.
What's going on, guys?
What do we do? Mom's taking the dog for a walk? I don't know. I was like, I'm outside.
Hold on. Say hi.
Hi.
Can you see yourself? Am I holding it right?
Yes. The comments are blocking me. I need to get it. Okay.
They can see you. They worry.
How do they read your comments? It shows up.
We forgot to stop in Bakersfield at the Harbor Freight. I wonder if there's one in Merced.
Hopefully.
We'll have to check.
Yep.
Find a honey badger.
Dad, look at this.
I don't think I want to find a honey badger
Why?
because honey badgers will bite you
And also badgers.
and badger you. Badger bite you.
I was.
They're saying hi.
Badger.
Yeah. They need a stretch. They were kind of cooped up. Oh.
I
Woo.
know what scared them. I accidentally said squeak way too loud.
2:30.
Remember when someone said something scared me?
Yes.
That was me probably.
Was that you?
Yes, because I probably squeaked.
Where's my? Oh, she's over there with the hound.
I need to I can fly. Oh. Can't spread my wings just right.
I know. I was like, I feel like I should stop and have dinner now, but it's only 2:30.
I'm starving.
Of course, I didn't have much for lunch.
We barely had anything for breakfast
Why didn't you have more for breakfast?
because we were in a huge rush.
No, it's because you chose not to.
And Mom told me, hurry up, Anna, eat up quick.
They're waiting for me to buy food? I don't think so.
Yes.
All right. You guys want us all to go in?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to have to turn off the stream if we do that.
Okay. No. 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 We're not turning off that stream. I'm sorry, guys.
Panda bears aren't bears, though, are they? Technically?
No, they are. They're technically. If they have the panda bear, they're bear. I mean, they're
Do you know the dogs are? Mommy needs bags for the dog.
Bag you? No, I don't. We didn't bring any. I don't think she.
Letters are nice. I don't know if there is one around here, though. The way they've been popping up, you think they'd be everywhere.
I don't think she went poop.
I think she did. Oh, that looks like a happy hound.
Pull my arm. Pull my arm. Please.
She looks better.
Mom, did she go poopy?
Did you figure out the disposal issue?
Yes.
They did?
Mainly because my helpers were over here.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to that disposal.
Why can't we stream
There she is.
inside?
Come here. Come here. It's not polite to do.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's a good hound?
I really want to go inside.
It's not time to eat, guys. Are we stopping here? Or?
I have to go to the bathroom, so I can go over there. I just need to clean up her stuff.
Okay. Oh, you're joking. That's Always time to eat for bears. That poor hamster. That is. Oh. Poor kid's probably traumatized. Put your paw down. You're not going out that window. No, you're not. They're watching you. They're judging you. Sit. Good hound. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You don't need to go over there. Move that paw. See, look, she's coming back. Isn't that exciting?
We have your order, sir.
Oh, that's disgusting.
So I'm gonna grab this other bag of garbage and go to the Jack in the Box.
All right. Oh,
I'm going to stop.
I got another pop-up. I think we're gonna have to cut the stream off. Sorry, guys and gals, but it looks like we're after, what do we had? Close to 5 hours of streaming here. 4 hours. My data service provider is saying that we've used up our data for the month. A whole hamster, then part of a what? Oh, I see. How come my thing wasn't updating? Time restricted eating lifestyle. I have not seen that. I will have to look into that. Are Mac tools the same? They're not the same, but they're the same level. They're a competitor to Snap-on. I was wondering why I wasn't seeing any updates. There we go. All right, guys and gals. That's going to be it probably for today. If I can, I'm going to try and stream some of us going through the storage locker tomorrow so you can see what kind of tools and stuff we're pulling out. Anyway, from me in the lab, take care. Shine on.